Right, Andy. Is there any point in time or in the growth of a property portfolio when it's better for a landlord to put some or all of his properties into a company instead of holding them in his personal name? I guess the question there really is what's that tipping point?
Yeah, there's no hard and fast rule, but it comes back to a point I've made before. It's whether it's how the individual is treating that activity. Is it a little bit of something on the side, or is it a serious business? And I think that decision comes down to basic maths, that if you are generating surplus profits within that business and you're reinvesting them, you are better off doing that through a company which is paying 19% corporation tax, so you can reinvest 81% if you see another deal, rather than if you're running the business in your own name or through a partnership or an LLP, where you're likely to be paying the higher rates of personal tax. And that just doesn't apply to property business, it applies to businesses. Once you move up to that level where you are treating it as a proper business, then that's the time to think about a company.
Is your perception of a property business, I mean, again we talk a lot of this on this show, it would seem to be that 4 properties seems to be the step from being an accidental landlord, as it's termed this day,
Stephen,
into having a portfolio.
I hear this, but actually property is a serious business. Whether you've got 1, 2, 20, 30, 1,000, you've got to treat it as a business. It's not a hobby, it's a business. You can lose money, you can make money. Take it seriously, be professional, get professional advice.
I think
the mortgage company would say if you have 4 or more properties, you're then seen as a portfolio landlord. So then maybe that's a bit of a distinction.
It's interesting.
And I think from a tax point of view, if you are looking to transfer your properties to a company, then there are capital gains tax reliefs which allow you to, in mutual fashion.
Stamp duty.
Yeah, and around capital gains tax in particular, there's an incorporation relief, and that requires there to be a business. And case law, essentially, if you want to be on the right side of the line, around 5 properties there are lots of other factors, but around 5 properties.
And just quickly to finish off on this particular question, the questioner says moving them into a limited company, but would you recommend, if you had 5 properties, 5 limited companies or just 1?
It's a good question. I mean, certainly, if you look at property developers, they will tend to have projects through individual SPVs for, I suppose, reasons which aren't really related.
If it's a normal buy and hold, you'd probably put them into 1.
Well, I absolutely would do, because again,
ridiculous with the 5 companies.
My answer to the question on the buy to let will be, you're going to be driven by the fact if you're transferring an existing portfolio to a company and there are gains there, you are going to have to get the relief I've just spoken about. You have to transfer a business. So if you start transferring individual properties to different companies, you are not transferring a business lock, stock and barrel. It all would need to go to get the relief. So